This is a preview of a project that I've got working on right now. I wanted to make myself a tumpline, but I actually need, I'm going to make the tumpline first to get the process down, but then I need to make a carrying strap for a water bottle bag that I just got. This material here, find a section that's got pretty good writing on it. This material here is 1,250 pound breaking strength. It's called mule tape by a company number. There's a part number on it also. Federal government decided that everybody that lives out in the country is entitled to have access to a fast internet speed. So the telephone company here, they started off with wires on the party line system. As soon as they switched over to a dial system, they put wires in the ground around here that was in the late 1940s. It was after World War II. So the copper wires that were in the ground around here were about 60 or 70 years old, and we had lots of issues. If you tried to run an internet speed, we had dial-up at the time. You tried to run an internet, you were lucky to get 38.6 on a really good day. If it was raining, it was less than that. And then all of a sudden they jumped and they hooked up a fiber optic cable to the side of my house. Well, during that process they went through and they put conduit in the ground first, and after they got the conduit where they needed to go, they went back and they used a great big air compressor and they blew this stuff straight through the conduit to the other end, and then they hooked up this gizmo on a big wooden wooden spool, and they attached the fiber optic on one end and they reeled up the spool on the other, and they pulled this stuff through, and it turns out that this is one use only material. So when the fiber optic company, installation company, left town, they left the spool sitting right there. So I asked them what they were going to do with it, and they said, we're going to throw it out. And I said, throw it my way. So I've got about 3,000 feet of this stuff on a big wooden spool sitting in my backyard, and now I'm starting to find uses for it. I have been using it for my fish basket because it works really good to have a strong line attached to your fish basket. You can throw it over the side of a bridge and you don't have to worry about anything snagging it off the other end. So I started off with 2 steel rings. These are in the hardware store for about maybe $1 a piece. The big one's 2 inches, the smaller one's 1.5 inches. And what you do is you go through it both sides after it's, and then you come back through the smaller one, and it works like a big belt buckle. So that's my general plan right now. I'm going to weave all this stuff together. I use 20-foot lengths. Put 1/2 inches in them right at the halfway 10-foot mark. I'll find out how long it's going to be once I get done with the weaving process. I expect it to be at least half as long, probably 3/4 as long. So instead of 10 feet, it'll be 7.5 feet, which will be pretty handy for a lot of different things. I wanted it for my bedroll, but it might become handy for other things too. But this is the start of the project, and I'll make another video when I get closer to having it finished. See ya.